You're watching the Auction Network.
Sold it over here for $8,000, $5,000. What about for looking for $3,250? $3,000, only go $3,250. Last call.
The monies raised by the Friends of the Smokies at the Evergreen Ball and its auctions are to benefit the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. And we certainly couldn't attend the auctions without taking a road trip to the park itself to see why people are so willing to do whatever they can to help maintain its beauty.
Smokies comes from a Cherokee word Chiconagate, which means place of blue smokes. And after a rainfall, you'll see wisps of smoke that rise up out of the valleys that look like there's little campfires down there. This park actually was a little bit unusual for its time because it was created out of land that was already in private ownership. Unlike the western parks where they were carved out of land that was in the public domain and Congress just drew lines on a map and created the park, we were actually the first big natural park in southern Appalachians, and we became the most visited park in the nation almost since the very beginning. People from the east who'd gone to western parks were really impressed with the experience and with the enjoyment that people were getting. Also, I think the amount of money that they were spending. And they said, well, you know, the Smokies or the Appalachians could be every bit as good. Let's find some support and create a park there. There were about 6,600 tracts of land that were bought from individuals to create the park, ranging from just an acre or two up to 75,000 acres. They actually had acquired about 400,000 acres, and we're up to about 500,000 now. It was created to preserve the mountain scenery, the forests, the wildlife, and also the historical story, because as you travel around today, you're going to see log cabins and mills and churches, and there was a whole culture here before it was a park. Well, the Smokies gets about 9.3 million people. We're the busiest park in the nation. People come here to see the mountain scenery, the wildlife, streams.
One of the coveted lots up for auction at the Evergreen Ball was a 2-night stay for 5 couples at the Buckberry Creek Lodge in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And along with the stay, a fabulous lobster dinner down at the inn's famous Creekside Pavilion.
Lobster dinner and dinner for two nights to Buckberry Creek. And right here, if you bid enough now, and I have 2,500 right back here, who'll give me 3,000?
This Adirondack-style lodge has a stunning view of Mount LeConte, and the Auction Network took a road trip to check it out.
My grandfather bought this property in 1945. My brother and I decided after almost 70 years that we would take this and develop it and make a lodge for people to enjoy the mountains in. Buckberry came from the Buckberry Creek, which is right below us here. The view is a $1 million view from here, and it's what a lot of our guests come here for, to enjoy the mountains without having to actually leave their room, their suite.
What happens often is they come and they have all this energy and they check in at the front desk, and we tell them many things they can do, and then they find that by the end of the day or 2 or 3 days, they haven't gone anywhere.
People enjoy hanging out here. They enjoy just having a good book, or just taking a day hike, or just spending time, like I say, with nature. That's the most important thing for most of the people we have.
We have an Adirondack theme, a come home to nature theme, and shopped all around up and down the coast and up in upstate New York, and found wonderful antiques and hand-picked pieces to create the ambiance that we wanted here.
We have 46 suites here on property. Each suite has something personal in every one of them. We've traveled all over the world at one time or another. My brother is big into antiques, so we brought a lot of his antiques up here. A lot of my antiques, a lot of our collectibles that we've had.
Compliments of the lodge at Buckberry Creek. Lobster dinner for 10 and 2 nights lodging for 5 couples. The lodge at Buckberry Creek. Who'll give me 1,000 to start? 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 2,500, 3,000. I have 2,500 right back here. Who'll give me 3,000? 2,500, want to go 3,000, want to go 3,000, 2,500, want to go 3,000, 2,500, want to go 3,000, what about 3,000? I have 3,000, 3,250, 3,250, 3,500, 3,250, want to go 3,500, 3,500, 3,500, 3,500, 3,500, 3,750, 3,500, want to go 3,750, last call, 3,500, want to go 3,750, last call, I won't sell it, anybody else want in, 3,500, 3,750, and I have sold it a bargain for $3,500. Okay.
When we come back, we'll look at the fierce competition for silent auction items at the Evergreen Ball and see why the ball itself is the premier social event in Knoxville each year.
To register for future live auctions, go to auctionnetwork.com.